everybody. Welcome to Video Game Mania, live on the Facebook show of Mr. Knast. I am Mr. Knast. I should be being joined momentarily by Mr. KingUnoENT, which is short for entertainment. He is our guest for this evening. He is on his way. He should be here momentarily, so I figured I would still start the show anyway. So if people want to jump in and tune in, they're more than welcome to. Video Game Mania is a fun laid-back show we do. It's just basically to help get different streamers out there, and along the way we will talk about the different video game consoles, the games that have come out over the years. So I got Curtis in the chat already. Good evening, Curtis. Thank you for popping in tonight. It's nice to see you. How did you and Sam do on Fortnite? I mean, I didn't stick around too much to watch. I wanted to take a little nap beforehand, but I hope you and Sam had some good games on Fortnite. So, like I said, we shall be joined momentarily by the king himself. So we can call. We didn't win any games. I blame Sam. Oh boy, pointing the blame game on Sam today. That's not good. I mean, good and bad, you know. Did you get to look up with when Curtis, you keep asking me. You keep forgetting me. I will do it right now for you. Hold on. As I wait, I'll do that while I wait for Mr. King Uno himself. Earthworm Jim. Let's see. Earthworm Jim. There we go. No, I got it right here, Chris. I'll read it real quick for you. It's a platform game featuring an Earthworm named Jim, who wears a robotic suit and battles and forces of evil. I can't say I've seen this, Curtis. I mean, if I see an image of it, maybe. Let's see, Earthworm Jim. No, I have not. So, and here's Mr. King now. Good evening, sir. How are you? I think your mic is muted right now. You gotta adjust your settings. I don't hear you. No audio yet, so. King's just getting home from his job, so bear with us while we get his audio working, but I will take your word for it, because I have never heard of Earthworm Jim until I looked at it. So any other games you would like me to look up, Mr. Curtis, while we're getting King's audio working? Because he's not muted, so. No, I think we got something.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
All right, there we go.
How are you doing, sir?
Just got home from work. Tired.
I hear you on that. It's been a very long day for me. I didn't go to bed till about 5 o'clock this morning. Then I was out all day, so. Appreciate you taking the time to jump in and join me tonight.
No problemo, no problem. Told you I'd be here.
Yeah. We will see if we can get some more people in here. So, share this out real quick. My buddy Curtis says, "Good evening, King."
What's going on, Curtis?
We were talking about Earthworm Jim, and then he said Metal Gear Solid is also a fun game to play.
Which one? Which game?
Earthworm Jim.
Never heard of it.
I mean, and then Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid, definitely a good game.
So, if you're on the stream, if you look at your top left corner, it says comments and stuff. You can click on comments and you can pull up the chat.
Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah, I did that already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure that you knew what you could do.
Mm-hmm.
So I had, like I said, 12 questions for you and one bonus question.
Do I get to win prizes?
No, I mean it's just all meant for fun. I can send you a compensation check for your time if you would like. But,
Not just playing.
So the first question I had asked last week to Mr. Jimmy was, if you want to introduce yourself, let people know who you are.
All right. My name is, for those of you who don't know, my name is King Uno. My stream name is KingUnoENT. And the reason I chose KingUnoENT is because, number one, it's my name, and ENT is because I am more than just a streamer. I am a content creator. I like to create content, whether it's reaction videos, me spazzing out playing a video game, me doing IRL streams, just different content to bring to you guys that just kind of, entertain you guys. So that's why I chose KingUnoENT. But a little backstory about my streaming career. I've been streaming since I want to say 2000 and this is 2023. I want to say since about 2018, 19 maybe, somewhere around there. I love video games. Loved them my whole life. Been a video game head my whole life. I'm gonna probably be a video game head till I die. Video games is just like a way to relax and just chill for me after days like today at work. I just like playing video games.
There you go. So the funny thing is, if you're not streaming, where else could we find you doing? Like, what kind of activities do you other than work?
I love TikTok. I make TikToks on a daily. If you guys want to follow me on TikTok, you can. I'm that one dude on TikTok. That's the TikTok name. Go ahead and follow me. I'll follow you back. I'm gonna put it in chat. Let me I'm gonna put it in the chat for you guys.
Is it KingUnoENT on TikTok too?
No, I'm that one dude on TikTok. I'm the number one dude on TikTok.
One dude on TikTok. Okay, I got it.
So,
I think I got that one right.
Yep, I'm the one on TikTok. Yep, that is it.
There you go. So if you want to find King, if he's not streaming, you can also look up his daily TikToks. I mean, I think I follow you.
I gotta start posting more. Like, I used to post every day on TikTok. I haven't posted in like a month or so, I want to say. But if you guys follow me, I promise I'll start posting TikToks again.
I mean, I'm still trying to get my TikTok game up. People have said it helps a lot with
streamers. It definitely does help. I met a couple of I followed a couple new streamers on Twitch because of TikTok. I made a couple new gaming buddies, you could say, off of TikTok. So it's definitely worth it.
Nice. So you kind of already, I think already, but my third question is, what made you start streaming?
What made me start streaming is people always told me, like, I have this energy that people will love. Like, I'm a funny guy. I'm outgoing. Like, I just have this crazy energy. So I figured, hey, if I have this energy, let's stream and see if I really have the energy. So like when I started streaming a couple years back, I had these things called the beer smashers that I would do. If we reached the star goal, I would get like Twisted Teas or maybe get 2 cans of beer, and I would do like Stone Cold Steve Austin from WWF/E, and I would smash them and then just turn them up, make a complete mess everywhere, and entertainment. Another reason for KingUnoENT. So just to bring smiles and joy to people is pretty much why I started streaming.
Fair enough. I mean, I know a lot of people also started back like when COVID first hit. They needed like to try to find that second source of income to help them survive the pandemic and cure boredom, because a lot of places were shut down. You couldn't leave your house really, so that's kind of where I got the idea of doing a podcast from.
Which you've been very successful with, by the way. Congratulations to you.
I am trying. It's still a growing platform, so thank you for your kind words. It's not where I want it yet, but it's definitely getting there. So I'm hoping to take the next step this coming year and really blast off, like they say. So, in case you're just tuning in, I am joined tonight by KingUnoENT, who is a Twitch and TikTok sensation.
Trying to be famous out here a little bit.
You can find his TikTok on the bottom of the screen, and then I will hide that so then you can see his actual name, KingUnoENT. You can find it on Twitch. And he's very laid back streamer, a lot of
I might do a late stream tonight. I'm going to the gym. After this, I'm going to the gym. Well, I am going to the gym tonight, but I probably will do a late stream tonight. So if you guys want to follow me on Twitch, feel free.
So on Twitch, are you playing tonight? Call of Duty, 2K, what we have going tonight?
Probably Call of Duty tonight. I feel like wrecking some heads and shooting people.
There you go. You heard it himself. He'll be on Twitch later tonight playing some Call of Duty. So my next question, since we're talking Call of Duty, are you a casual or competitive gamer, and why?
It's really like both, but more so competitive. Like, I hate losing. Like, I don't care what the game is. It could be Fall Guys, and I would get mad if I lose. Like, I rage a lot. Like, so if you guys want to see some raging, just follow me on Twitch. You'll see a lot of it. I actually had posted one of my raging clips on my TikTok a while back. I have to find it and post it to my pin it to my top of my page. I'm gonna actually put it on Facebook. Also has a reel so you guys can see it. I spaz so crazy. Like, I threw my controller. I knocked over my ring light. I'm very competitive. Like, so I would definitely be a competitive type of person.
We got Bunny Marie in the chat saying he's lying. He hates to lose.
I said I hate to lose. I didn't lie. I said I hate losing.
I think this is your friend, or
yeah.
I mean, I've seen her a lot in your streams, like chatting and stuff before. So
yeah, she supports the homie. That's the homie right there.
Now this next one's gonna make you think a little bit.
I gotta think, man. What?
What was your first ever gaming console, and what was your first game you ever owned?
First ever gaming console, I want to say, was the Sega Genesis, and the game was Sonic. Because who doesn't love Sonic? Like, what? Sonic is like one of the GOAT games of all time.
I had Jimmy Dukes on last week, and he said the same exact thing. His first console was Sega Genesis, and when you have Sega, you have to have Sonic.
You have to. Like, Sega and Sonic goes hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. It's like peanut butter with no jelly. You have to have them both. Like, even if you have no other game for your Sega, you have to have Sonic.
I mean, my family's first console was an NES, but the first one I was given to myself was the Sega Genesis. So I had the Sega, but I also enjoyed playing Tecmo Bowl Super Bowl.
Yeah, Tecmo Bowl was nice. Yes, definitely.
93 Super Bowl, it was awesome. I didn't have the Bo Jackson one, unfortunately, but so yeah, it sounds like everybody had Sega in their life. We got my friend Gary in the chat. Good evening, Gary. Welcome in.
Gary, what's going on, Gary?
Gary is my spokesperson at work. Anytime I walk by his department, yo, go check out Mr. Knast. He's live tonight. He has a new show every day.
Shout out to you, Gary. Shout out to you.
So, if you need a spokesman, I can get you in touch with him. Alright. Now, based off your last question, now we're thinking more present time. Would you say you are for Sony, Microsoft, or PC?
I'm definitely a Sony type of person. Like, even though I have the Xbox right now, I don't have the P5. I'm definitely team PlayStation. And so I'm definitely a Sony type of guy.
I mean, I have a PlayStation 4 myself, so I haven't upgraded to a PS5. Probably never will, because I don't have that kind of money. I mean, it is a lot of money.
But you will one day, so it's okay. It's tax season. You never know.
That is true. Never know. Now, this next one is like for your Call of Duty type gaming, okay?
Okay.
If you're playing a campaign or a story mode, do you ever play it offline, or do you just always play it on stream?
I mainly really only play online against other players because I feel like I can get better content that way. But if I'm not streaming, I will play like the campaign and story mode or whatever because I'm offline, so I can be kind of laid back and chill. But if I'm streaming, I have to play online because I'm playing against other players. That gives me that content that I want to create. Like, that gives me that energy so people can see me rage. People can see me, get a nice shot on somebody or whatever the case may be. And I can also show that even in a fast-paced game I may be playing, I can still communicate with my chat because I'm real big on chat engagement. So kind of showcase my multitasking skills. Gotcha.
I mean, I sometimes stream myself on Twitch just to mess around and put up the PlayStation camera, playing Fortnite with some friends or something. I'll just throw it up and it links to the show so people can follow me that way as well. I mean, I'm up to like 43 followers on Twitch. So I'm not exactly where most people are. I'm not on that level, but
I'm not even my homeboy who started streaming like a couple months after me. He just became partnered on Twitch, and he got like 4,000 followers, maybe more. And like, I'm proud of him. Like, the thing about streaming is people feel they have to be number one. The streaming platform on Facebook and Twitch is big enough for everybody to be successful. But everybody's so worried about what the next person is doing instead of focusing on their self that they turn into a competition when it don't need to be. Yeah. We all can be successful. We can all win. We can all be great. But people want to be, they look at people's numbers and whatnot, and they want to be against each other. Like, just stay in your lane, focus on yourself. Your time will come.
Yeah, I mean, that you could do something different like I'm doing. Like, I'm not really streaming video games. I'm doing like a talk show type thing.
Yep.
So you don't see a lot of talk shows or stuff like that on Facebook. So I think that's also helped me gain the viewership I've gotten over the past couple months. Doing that, it's something different. People don't expect it. And then when you do different shows every night, you have that fresh content just based off different things.
Mm-hmm.
So, That's just the goal I'm streaming for, is just to have fun and interact with people. Because you can do podcasts offline and record them and then send them and submit them, but they're not the same as having a live chat, chatting along with you.
Yep.
So that's why I tried to tell my friend back when I first started this page in 2020 is I want to try the live aspect of it, so then people can interact with the show. You can have people chatting with you, giving you different feedback and all of that. And he wasn't for that. So it took me 2 years to find a group of people I have who wanted to help with that.
I mean, if in the future you need another host, you know, KingUno's here, in case.
I would definitely write that down. I promise. I would definitely take that into consideration. So, because it's always fun to intertwine with different people, also, because I might have one opinion, but then you might have another opinion. So to mesh together.
I also like to debate a lot. So even if I agree with you, I would low key disagree just to debate with you, just to see how you would react to it. So.
Yeah, well, that's why I also invited you to join next Monday night. King will be on the show dissecting the running back position for my Super Bowl special.
Yes, sir. We will be back again.
I have a fire slideshow for that. I put 4 hours of work into it last night.
If y'all ever need a slideshow made, John's your guy.
Wait till you see the one I made for Monday. This is epically fire. So that's gonna be a special 3-hour show.
Shout out to John. He made me an intro for Twitch. I have yet to use it. I got to use it. I forgot about it. He also made me an intro video for my Twitch. So shout out to John for that.
We try to help each other out.
Yeah.
On the whole platform, like that's why another reason I wanted to try to do a video game segment is because there's so many content creators that I figured why not try to intertwine with them, like do like this, like almost like an interview where you get to know a streamer and then also check my page out as well. So it's kind of helping both people.
I just shared your stream and I'm telling my one friend about it who you might want to have on the show also. He's a great content creator here on Facebook and Twitch. So I'm letting him know if you ever may want to possibly get him on the show also.
Cool. I mean, the more streamers that I know, the better. I mean, I feel it's a win-win for both people.
It definitely is.
So that was the whole concept about doing the one-on-ones. I was actually going to do something like this and record it and do it on Saturdays and call it Streamer Saturdays. But I was like, wait, why don't I just do it during the week and like tie video games into it? So who doesn't like a good video game?
That is very true. I think either way would be a success, honestly.
Yeah. So, but if I was doing it Saturday, it wouldn't be live. It would be a pre-recorded episode. And I'm busy on most Saturdays.
Okay, gotcha.
That's why I figured do it during the week, and then I can do it live and book it into my show schedule. So, my next question. This one's a bit weird, but it's a funny one. Have you ever done a 24-hour stream? If not, would you ever consider it?
I want to redo my 24-hour stream. I have done one when I first started streaming, but I want to do one again on my Twitch. And I think when I reach the 700 follower mark, I would probably do a 24-hour stream. I'm at like 654 maybe. Mm-hmm. So I think when I hit the 700 follower mark, I think I'd do another 24-hour stream on my Twitch.
Now, how do you imagine a 24-hour stream that I get?
It is very tiresome. It is grueling. It is painful. It is death. Like the first time I did it, I was so tired, maybe like by hour 8, because I didn't sleep for the night before, knowing I was doing 24-hour stream the next day. So I was just tired, and it's like even the snacks I had, I ate those too quick. I drank everything, so it was just like you have to know how to space everything out when you're doing it, and you have to also be able to keep your chat engaged. So like, when I do my 24-hour stream, I don't want to be the type of person who just leaves my camera on, go to sleep, wake up, get back on the camera. No, I want to play full video games, full 24 hours on the camera, kicking it with you guys. Like that's what I want to do.
That's insane.
It is definitely what's going on, Zach. I see you in the building. Zach, make sure you hit the follow button if you haven't hit the follow button already, Zach. It is definitely grueling. It is tiring, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it again.
I mean, I think the closest I'm gonna get to it. And either, I wouldn't say like May or June, I'm doing a 5-hour NFL special. We're going to break down like the whole NFL offseason, like the draft, free agent signing, coaching changes. And I figure I'll do like a 5-6 hour show then. And I already can imagine how dreadful that's going to be. I can't imagine doing a whole 24-hour show. I would have cotton mouth for the 2 days afterwards talking so much. So, Curtis has a question. Are you ever thinking about doing a 24-hour stream call for myself? I'm not there yet, Curtis. I would say the biggest test is going to come when I do that NFL show, and that's going to be about 5 to 6 hours. I would have to really commit myself to do a 24-hour show. I mean,
I believe you. I believe you can do it. It's tiring. Yeah, it's very tiring.
That's why I try to keep my shows within 2 hours, because the people that help me have other things they need to do. I have other things to do. I work 40 hours a week and stuff like that. Like, I did the match for last month alone, and I was live for almost 35 hours.
Sheesh.
And that's only doing 13.
What's going on, Antonio? Antonio, hit the follow button for my boy John, man. This is his show. He got me as a special guest. Go ahead, hit the follow button for my boy John, Antonio. I would greatly appreciate it. He would appreciate it. You know, it's my brother right here.
Well, anyone that wants to jump in, we have other content other than video game chat. We talk sports on Monday night. We have a laid back, fun Tuesday night and entertainment night. Wednesday's video games.
I will participate in movie nights when you do movies that I've seen and remember. Like Harry Potter, never seen. Yeah, it's a lot of movies I haven't seen, but it's also seen a lot of movies. Like I'm more of a I want to say like action type of guy, like thriller, horror type of guy. Mm-hmm. So if you say, hey, we're gonna be talking about Saw 1 through 10, bet I'm there. I tell you everything. We talking about Bad Boys 1 and 2 and 3. Bet I got you. Like Friday, the Friday sequel. Like we good.
Well, I had tried to do a Halloween show and it just went completely haywire because I tried to do it outside of my friend's house.
Appreciate you, Antonio. I think you just got 2 new followers between my boy Zach and Antonio. I think you just got 2 new followers.
Well, welcome in. I hope to see them more often in chat. If they're sports guys, they love Monday nights. If they like video games, they can hop in on Wednesday nights.
Bad Boys awesome. Friday's a good movie. Exactly. Like Bad Boys is great. Bad Boys 1, 2, and 3. Bad Boys 2 is my favorite though. And then the Friday sequel. Who doesn't love Friday? Like Friday is just great.
Well, from what I read, they're actually doing another Bad Boys movie.
Yeah, they just did 3. They're possibly going to do number 4. They don't know yet. They're on the fence about doing number 4.
Okay. But as long as they keep it Martin Lawrence and Will Smith, I'm sure it would do decent. It's when 3, like after the second one, when they try to start changing the cast around, it gets kind of drawn out. So
I mean, I liked it. I liked the third one. Bad Boys for Life was. I seen the backstory to it and the plot they was going with. Mm-hmm. But I'm kind of glad they kind of tied some of Bad Boys 2 into it also to kind of intertwine it.
Yeah. Curtis is saying Bad Boys 2 is his favorite. You can never go wrong with Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. Mm-hmm.
You definitely can't go wrong with Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. Like Bad Boys 2 was great. My boy Venom 1 Gaming is in the building. He just did exclamation point notify. Appreciate you, Venom. That's my boy Robert Horn. Shout out to him. See, look, awesome. I got you. I'm bringing you followers, John. I got you.
I appreciate it. Welcome, and everybody that has shown me support thanks to King. I mean, maybe I had to bring you on more often.
Remember that day I told you I'm gonna get you some more followers? I told you. I got you, bro. I got you. You at work? Hey, appreciate you, Venom. Appreciate you stopping in. Have a good night at work. My boy Tony with the exclamation point notify. See, John, look, I got you, bro. I got you.
Well, I'll make sure to follow Venom back on Facebook. Is that his Twitch also, or is he just on Facebook?
He's just on Facebook.
Okay, I will drop him a follow as well, so I will return the favor. My next question. So this is kind of like a silly question, but what was the most well-known person you ever gamed with, and most well-known person who follows you?
The most well-known person who followed me, I want to say, was Tatted, 49er. And the most well-known person I've gamed with was... Shoot. Yeah, I think I played Tatted in Madden, so I would have to say Tatted. I think I played him in one time in Madden, so I would have to say Tatted for both answers.
Wow. How was that? Like, did you actually chat with him while you were playing with him?
Yeah, like we was mic'd up playing Madden. He won, of course. But it was just fun to be able to say I played Tatted. Like I knew I was going to lose, but it was just fun to say, hey, I played Tatted, kicked it with him, chopped it up, and it was a great time. But if you ask me the most famous person I've ever gamed with, I've gamed with a former member of the Houston Texans before he got traded, Charles Omenihu. Before he got traded, I played on stream with him a game of Madden, so it was great.
Wow.
I kind of dog walked him, but so I don't think he ever want to play me again in Madden. But I took it for him.
But that's still known that you play with a professional athlete, so.
And also my boy Dez Morrow, he was a former NFL player too. Big BTO the gamer. Him also. I game with him also. So I'm around a little bit.
Yeah, I see you. I mean, I'm kind of jealous in a way.
Appreciate you, Zach, tagging people in the stream, man. We see you. Appreciate you tagging people in the stream.
And then saying Texans yuck.
That's because he's an Indianapolis Colts fan, so we don't like each other. So, ugh. My boy Jay Frank in the building. Hey, Jay Frank, come in with your personal page. Hit !notify. Follow my boy John. Jay Frank, you the GOAT. Appreciate you, bro.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the Texans actually just made a very interesting hiring for.
We did. We got D'Amico Ryans as our head coach, baby. I can't wait. I am excited. 6-year contract, baby. When I tell you, when I saw that news, I was ecstatic to have D'Amico Ryans at the head coach. He about to turn his franchise around. Not a year 1 or 2, maybe about year 3, but he's going to turn his franchise around.
Now, the biggest question that the Houston Texans obviously have is quarterback. Do you think they try to get one of the
We are going to definitely probably draft a quarterback. Me personally, I would say I want Bryce over what's that one? Jalen, I think it is.
Nope, CJ Stroud.
Yeah, CJ. No, yeah, I want CJ Stroud over Bryce. Mm-hmm. Only reason I say CJ is because he's an Ohio State boy. I love Ohio State, so I'm kind of biased on that one. So I want CJ over Bryce.
I mean, like, they're the two best quarterbacks in the draft, so it's going to be interesting because there's rumors that Indianapolis is trying to jump up to get to one of them. They were offering Chicago like astronomical picks and Michael Pittman Jr. apparently. So
that'd be crazy because we all know Chicago's not taking a quarterback, so both quarterbacks will be on the board at the pick number 2, which we have. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't matter which direction we're going to go. But they're not going to be on the board long. Like, both quarterbacks will not be on the board very long. Like, they're going to be gone just like that.
Oh, absolutely.
Brady retired. Yes, thank God Brady retired. Much as I don't like Brady, Brady is the GOAT. I will say that. I will say Brady is the GOAT. Much as I don't like him, he's definitely the GOAT. You can't argue his numbers.
Debatable. He cheats, but I won't get into that.
I didn't want to go down that road, but since you said it.
I mean, we could go all night about that.
Deflate gate, spy gate. Just say it.
He's definitely going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I will say that.
Oh, yeah, of course. Definitely. There go my boy Jay Frank. He came in under his game page. That's his personal page right there. Appreciate you, Jay Frank. Frank, if you type !notify in the chat, John will greatly appreciate you. I'll greatly appreciate you. We help my boy build up here, man. We out here.
Yeah, well, that's the point of the stream. Like I said, the show is the intertwined communities, so new people who haven't checked out the show can check out the page, support me, and also support you in the process. So, Curtis saying he got to play and Nick E30 stream once when he played Fortnite.
He's a Canadian streamer? Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I might have to does he still stream? I might have to check him out.
Yeah, I'll have to look. I never heard of the name. I would definitely check it out, though. You know me, I'm always on Twitch around here, so I'll be on Twitch like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning some nights. But yeah, it'll be interesting. No matter what way you look at it, say Chicago stays at 1, since you want to talk football real quick.
He streams on Twitch? Okay, I'll check him out.
Chicago is the first overall pick, right? And they're projected to have over $120 million in cap space. So, say they hold on to that number 1 overall pick. Honestly, you're getting the best player in the draft. And you still have over $100 million that you can rebuild that whole roster.
Definitely. And so, Chicago slowly has been rebuilding, but they still missing a couple key points. And then I think they can, if they can tweak the little couple things, they'll be okay.
Absolutely. Because Green Bay's going to go downhill real quick. Minnesota's inconsistent.
Tampa Bay's about to go back to the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. I mean, I called it the last day of the regular season. Detroit's winning that division next year. I guarantee it.
That's a pretty bold statement. I like it.
I actually put John in the essay, the Detroit Lions will win this division on December 30th, 2022 for 2023. So, Curtis is saying Nick's a very PG streamer.
See, that's the thing about me. Like, I be trying to be PG, but I get so caught up into the game, I turn rated R real quick.
Yeah, the show can go from PG to NC-17 in a blink of an eye.
Like, I turn up real quick in my games.
Curtis is a Dolphins fan. He's saying if my Dolphins can stay healthy, they're going to be tough next season.
I can see y'all doing a little bit of damage next season.
And then I don't know why Gary's asking his prediction on Dallas, being a Philly fan like myself, but
Dallas fans are the worst fans possible. So I'm not even going to read that question or answer that question because I don't like Dallas fans. Because you guys win one game and swear y'all winning the Super Bowl. Y'all lose one game and blame the entire league that they hate y'all, and that's why y'all lost.
Well, you should hear what they say about Philly fans. I've been to now 6 away stadiums, and 4 out of the 6 I've sat next to a home team's fan. And they're like, "Oh, great." I was like, "What's that supposed to mean?" A Philly fan. I got to sit next to an Eagles fan for the next 3 hours. It's like, okay, like rolling my eyes, like, you guys suck. You guys are the worst. You're drunk. You're idiots. Stuff like that. By the end of the game, when I'm leaving, they're shaking my hand saying, "Thank you for being different." I said, "See, don't judge a book by its cover."
See, Antonio, you agree. Exactly. But that's also true, John. You can't judge a book by its cover. But Antonio, no, like, Dallas fans are the absolute worst in history. Like, I despise Dallas fans. Like, if you tell me you're a Cowboys fan, I probably won't talk to you. Like, I just probably won't.
Well, I know a couple. My one friend who I used to work with is a Dallas fan, and then one of my good friends on Hughes on the chat a lot. Sam Simmons is a Cowboys fan. I'll talk to you if you're a Cowboys fan if you know knowledge about the game.
Well, yes, I can agree with that. If you know knowledge and you're a realist, I can talk to you if you're a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
I can agree with that, definitely. I can agree with that 100%.
But if you're just going to sit there and say, "Oh, Dallas is the best team, we got 5 Super Bowl wins," you can go sit in the corner by yourself. And that's why I always joke with my one friend, let's see how well you know your history. Okay?
You got to know the history. Like, if you're going to call yourself a fan, you got to know the history.
All right. When was the last time the Dallas Cowboys won a Super Bowl?
Before I was born.
Really?
Probably, I don't know. Probably before I was born. I was born in 92, so it might be before I was born.
Well, you were 4 years old. And I'm going to tell you something funny. The last time the Dallas Cowboys won a Super Bowl, it was on my 9th birthday.
That is terrible.
January 28th, 1996. So I always tell people, as a joking way, I don't acknowledge my 9th birthday. Because of the Dallas Cowboys winning a Super Bowl in 96. They beat the Pittsburgh Steelers that year.
Terrible.
So I always share that with people who are sports fans, and they always just laugh. Because it's true. I mean, Dallas won Super Bowl 30 in 1996. That's the last time they won it. And believe it or not, it was the last Super Bowl ever played at Sun Devil Stadium.
Oh, we played at Sun Devil Stadium?
Yep.
That is dope.
Back in the day when they used to play in Tempe, Arizona, it was always at Sun Devil Stadium. Then Arizona moved, and then that's when they started having the construction for like the indoor stadium and all that stuff. I study football. I can't help it. I'm guilty.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
You got to study football. You got to study football.
So, next question is, what is the favorite game you ever played?
My favorite game I ever played will probably have to be on Dreamcast. No, I'm not even two. Okay, I'm gonna get two. I gotta say both of these games because they both are great. Number one would be my Dreamcast game, House of the Living Dead 2. I just had a little gun to aim kill the zombies. That game was freaking fantastic. And my second favorite game will have to be on the Wii, Michael Jackson The Experience. When I tell you I loved that game, to this day I love that game. Like, my body can't bend and do the things that it used to do when I was young playing that game. But I'm old now. But I would still play some Michael Jackson to this day. So Michael Jackson The Experience on the Wii and House of the Living Dead 2 for Dreamcast are my two favorite games of all time.
I must admit I never played neither of them.
Go get you a drink. Go to the nearest electronic flip game store, whatever is near you. Buy you a Dreamcast, buy you a Wii, and buy Michael Jackson The Experience and buy House of the Living Dead 2 with the gun controller. You gotta have the gun controller, not the regular one. Gotta get the gun. Buy both of those, and I guarantee you to change your whole life.
Fair enough. I mean, I played Sega Dreamcast before. I think it wasn't Madden, though. It was that other NFL game that was on Dreamcast. My friend had it. And the Wii, I always liked the Wii Sports with the bowling and stuff.
Hey, Wii Sports was a workout. Like, that boxing, crazy. I thought, oh, I'm in shape. Cool. Let's do a little boxing. No, I'm tired of this. I'm sitting down. I can't do this no more. Mom, take the game.
Wii boxing, the tennis was a workout because you got to swing your arms. Bowling, if you didn't do it right, you're getting frustrated. Half time your control wanted to get through the TV. So, yeah, I mean, there's plenty of games back in the day that would make you so frustrated nowadays that we would probably broke at least 4 or 5 consoles growing up.
I can't count how many controllers I done broke playing video games. Like I rage a lot when it comes to video games.
I think I maybe only broke 2 controllers. I recently broke a headset because I got mad and I slammed my
I've broken
headset.
headsets, I've broken controllers, I've broken TVs, I've broken a lot of stuff. I threw a controller before and it hit Buddy. Like it wasn't on purpose. Well, kind of maybe sort of, but it wasn't on purpose for real.
Well, as long as nobody was seriously hurt. That's the biggest thing. Okay, now this next one's another weird, funny question. And it makes you think, what video game character do you feel you can most relate to?
The Joker.
Man, I thought you would have to...
Because he is my favorite superhero. Yes, I call Joker a superhero. He's a superhero to me, so I don't care what none of y'all have to say. He's a superhero in my eyes. Don't argue me. Argue your mother.
Arkham Asylum Joker or the second one?
Heath Ledger Joker. But yes, Arkham Asylum. If I'm going video game wise, Arkham Asylum Joker. But real life Joker, Heath Ledger.
Wow, I mean, I wasn't expecting a question answer that quick because I had asked Jimmy Dukes that last week, and he was like caught off guard by it. He was dumbfounded. Like he was like, I gotta think about that one. To this day, it's been a week now since I had him on the show. I have yet to get an answer from him what character he can relate to. So, Jimmy, if you're watching, I'm still waiting for my answer from you. Okay, and then if you could replace any game character for yourself, who would you replace?
I would say I will replace Frost in Fight Night. Because trying to beat Frost as the final opponent in Fight Night was the most time-consuming, aggravating, raging time of my whole gaming career. Mm-hmm. Even when the game is on the easiest level, to beat Frost, it was still time-consuming, angering, controller breaking, headset breaking, possibly almost broke my TV. Like, it was just the most stressful thing in life, and I hated every second of it.
Wow. Okay. I might have played Fight Club maybe once or twice back in the day, not recently, but if I ever get it and get to Frost, I will let you know, and you can probably laugh at me. I'll probably wind up being in the same.
It's going to stress you out. You play Fight Night and you fight Frost. You're going to be stressed out, and it's going to be like, I don't even want to do this no more.
All right. Now, this next question I don't have written down, but
yes, sir.
I might save it for Monday. I might ask you now. Yeah, I'll ask you now. Who do you have winning the Super Bowl?
Who do I have winning the Super Bowl? Well. I knew that question was going to come up, and my answer is going to be Kansas City Chiefs.
Now, a blowout competitive game.
Definitely competitive game. I want to say Kansas City by no more than 10.
No more than 10. He's not even giving Philly a chance.
I'm giving Philly a chance, but I think that fourth quarter is going to be the deciding factor. Maybe like a late game fumble or pick, and it's going to be the deciding factor. Maybe an early game interception or pick. Interception or fumble. But I feel like the game's going to be decided by a turnover, and KC is going to win it.
Are we going to see another 41-33 type game? Like the last time Philly was in it?
Possibly.
I mean, I was on the edge of my seat that whole entire game.
Flag was fly. Boo.
Well, from South Jersey, you kind of have to excuse us. Chiefs 24-21. Now that seems more realistic. I would go the other way, of course. Me being an Eagles fan, I have my Eagles hat backwards, but no, I'm just honestly hoping for a very competitive game. I mean,
I feel like with those two teams, it definitely will be a competitive game. But like I said, I feel like somewhere along like maybe late third, early fourth quarter, possibly, is going to be a deciding factor in play that's going to determine the winner of that game.
It heard it there first. I mean, if any of you other people have predictions, they can drop them in chat. If not, we're doing a 3-hour special next Monday night, breaking down each team position.
I got the running backs.
I made a slide. You can obviously talk about it more if you want, but I have Miles Sanders and Isaiah Pacheco on one slide. They're the 2 top running backs. Like I'll show you. I'll send it to you after the show. Like it's
okay.
I have all the stats broken down, average per carry and everything. I went nuts. Like, have you seen one of my slideshows before? This one is 10 times better.
Oh, schnazzles.
Like, there's a point
schnazzles.
well, I started working on it the other night. I finished it last night. Started at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
By the time I got off my computer, it was 5 o'clock in the morning.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like the same way with my graphic design. Like, I just started and I look at the time like, yo, I did not realize I was sitting at this computer screen for that long.
Well, the good thing is you have glasses, so your eyes aren't really just straining yourself looking at the screen.
No, see, I'm wearing them right now. I don't normally wear these. Like, when I'm looking at my computer screen, I literally don't wear my glasses. I need to, but I don't. So my eyes just be like, bro, what are you doing with your life?
Well, you can see how tired of mine look all the time now, so I'm going to have to start wearing sunglasses on stream. But if anyone else in the chat has questions for King, I have gone through all mine. I don't know if you have any questions for me. I'll be more than happy to ask them.
My question for you is, what made you want to start a podcast? And what information would you give to somebody wanting to start up a podcast?
What made me want to start a podcast? Good question. Well, at the time, like I said, it was the middle of COVID, so you really couldn't do much. So me being single, not having really that like girlfriend, family life, I was like, I need something to do with my time. So I asked for a USB microphone for Christmas to plug into my laptop and go. And like people say I have stupid sports knowledge. I know a lot about movies. I can study up on other topics and just talk about it. Like you could ask me something about football or NASCAR from 20 years ago, and I could tell you like it was yesterday.
Who won Super Bowl 20 years ago?
Well, you figure it's a Super Bowl 57 to Super Bowl 37. Off the top of my head, I would have to probably say one or two teams: the Pittsburgh Steelers or the Seattle Seahawks.
I don't know the answer to that. I'm actually about to look it up right now. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
No, it was after the year that Arizona was in. It was Kurt Warner. You figured it out was 2003.
I'm looking at the answer right now.
No, wait a minute, I was wrong. It was 2003 was the...
It was the Bears.
Yep. The Bears versus the Colts. Right?
It was the Bears versus the Patriots. The Bears went 15-1 that year.
Wait, Bears versus the Patriots.
No, wait.
You're talking 20 years
Never
ago.
mind. They gave me Super Bowl 20. Sorry.
I was gonna say it was the Bears and
Hold on,
Patriots.
let me
That was
redo that.
1985.
Hold on. Let me change that.
Okay. I think Antonio has the answer in the chat.
The Buccaneers won it, actually.
So then that was the year they beat Oakland.
Yep, they beat Oakland that year. Yep. Super Bowl 37.
And now, here, I'll tell you something since you're looking at it. Dexter Jackson was MVP.
Really?
First time a safety ever won MVP.
Oh, did I know that? You got some great sports knowledge there, sir.
Because that's the year. If you want a backstory about that year, I'll tell you something really funny about that year. Tampa Bay came into Philly for the NFC Championship game that year. It was the last game at Veterans Stadium before the Eagles moved over to the Link. Before Tampa Bay won that championship game, they were 0-13 in playoff games with the temperature under 40 degrees. They came into Philly and won 27-10. Rondé Barber had a pick six with 3 minutes left in the game to seal the game, but nobody expected Tampa Bay to win that year because they're coming into Philly and being in the cold weather. But the offense
a lot into games, like people don't realize, but weather definitely plays a factor in a lot of games, especially like you said, a team like Tampa Bay to be coming, which is normally always generally warm, coming into a cold, location to play, it can definitely play a factor.
Yeah, but the offense that year was stacked. If you look at the roster, they had gotten Brad Johnson from Minnesota. Michael Pittman was a young running back. Mike Allstott was sort of fullback. They had Keenan McCardell, Joe Vicious, Keyshawn Johnson at wide receiver.
Joe Jerry Vicious was an underrated receiver. I don't care what nobody say. Joe Jerry Vicious was a dog.
We used to call him Dirty Joe in Philly. We hated him.
Joe was a dog.
Then their tight end was Ken Dillinger, who was underrated too. He was a big physical tight end.
Mm-hmm.
Then their defense was loaded. You had Simeon Rice, Warren Sapp, Brian Rude was a young player back then. Derek Brooks. Their secondary was Rondé Barber, Dexter Jackson.
Brooks was an animal.
Like that team, top to bottom, was stacked.
Was it fat?
Now the funny part about it, the year before they fired Tony Dungy. and they got John Gruden from Oakland to come over to Tampa Bay. So John Gruden basically took over Tony Dungy's team and won the Super Bowl with them. It was the first time ever a coach was traded from one team to another.
Antonio said he played with them on Man 03. I bet you did. You cheating, sir.
They were definitely a team with a lot of talent. So, Dungy played with Indianapolis as well. Yes, he was a tight end for the Colts for many years too.
Simeon Rice was a beast.
Yep.
Simeon Rice was a beast.
And that was the year that Oakland had Rich Gannon was the quarterback. Zach Crockett was a monster fullback. So him and Mike Allstott, that was like one of the few moon matchups. They had Tim Brown, Jerry Rice. Their team wasn't as loaded, but they were expecting a much more competitive game. But Detroit's defense just completely destroyed them. I have a question for the Eagles fan. What is the last team that Ricky Waters played for? Oof. It wasn't Philly. We got him from Seattle. My only other team I could think of was San Francisco. I know he was a Seahawk, an Eagle, and a 49er. I don't know where he played after that.
I don't even know. Ricky Waters? I don't even know that one.
That would be my guess, Curtis. If you can let me know in the chat. My guess is San Francisco. Back with Joe Ruttman and all of them. I could look it up myself too if I wanted to cheat, but I'll be that's why I figured I'd leave my phone open on the stream, and then if
who would I'm gonna ask you the same question you asked me. If you could replace one character in a video game with yourself, who would you replace?
If I could replace one character in a video game, who would I replace? To be a fun, serious character, Max Payne.
That was a great game back in the day.
And Max Payne just going around and sniping people and all that stuff. He was your legit hitman of the 90s. Then they tried to make a movie of it, and it flopped horribly. They tried to make that movie. I want to say Mark Wahlberg was in it, and the movie that didn't do what they was expecting based off the video game. Because they tried to make the Max Payne movies, and then they also made a Hitman movie based off the video games. He played for Seattle 98 to 2001. So I'm guessing Seattle is the last team? Ooh, that's a good one. John Wick's a good choice.
John Wick is definitely a good one.
There's countless number of people. If you want to be a drunk hillbilly, then everybody would obviously say Trevor Phillips from GTA 5.
Yeah. Who would be your favorite video game? Or what is your favorite video game of all time?
My favorite video game of all time. I gotta go with my Tecmo Bowl 93 on Sega.
It's not a bad choice.
If you want to talk about a game I could play from sunrise to the next morning, it'd be Tecmo.
See, that's what you should do for a 24-hour stream. Get Tecmo Bowl 93, get the splitter and everything, and stream that. There you go. Because you just said a game that you can play from one day until the next sunrise to the next day. That's 24 hours. So therefore,
yeah, it might be something there. That was back in the day. Also, my mom called us all assholes, pardon my language, but we were the people that would go pick up the Madden games at midnight and play all night.
Oh yeah, I still do that. I did that with I downloaded Madden 23 on my Xbox, but I used to go to GameStop and wait at 10:30 in line a whole hour and a half early, waiting to get Madden at midnight to just go home and play it 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. For what reason? I don't know, but I would do it. And I still do it. Much as I know, Madden 23 is terrible, but I guarantee you I'm going to buy Madden 24. Why? Because I just have to. I just have to.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I have to drop the $70 on Madden just to not play it 2 months later.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. I think it was Madden
NHL 95? That was also a great game, Curtis. NHL 95 was definitely great.
NHL 95 was good. NHL 96 on Sega Genesis, too. The first NHL that they allowed you to fight was NHL 96. So you could actually drop the gloves in the old games and go at it from nuts. That was another game I could play from dusk to dawn. So You might be onto something there with that 24-hour streak. I'll get back to you on that one. But the Madden, I think it was Madden 05, we actually paid for my friend's parents to get a hotel room so we could kick them out of their house for the night. So we could go get the game and play Madden all night.
That is a great idea.
We used to send 2 people to get the game, and then 2 people to go get food. And by the time we got done getting the game and getting the food, we'd be all meeting at one place. So,
Curtis, listen to me. I'm gonna get close to the camera. Hold on one second.
Oh boy,
Curtis. When the new college football game drop, that is all I am playing, like legit. I would uninstall every game I have on my Xbox to make space for that game, just to play it, because that will be the only game I play for at least 3 months straight. That's it. You come into my stream, you're going to see NCAA being played. Like, that's it. Like, I'm not playing no other game. So when that drops next year in 2024, that is the only game I'm playing for a minimum of 3 months.
Now, my question to you, though, you say that you're going to play it for a solid 3 months. What if they make it just like Madden?
At that point, I don't care because college football, and college football is better than Madden, so I doubt it'd be just like Madden. So that question is null and void.
I mean, that's my only fear is they're going
to. No, but I get what you're saying, because I thought about that also. Like, it may be like Madden to a point, but I feel like college football has always been better than Madden. I don't know what the difference is between the two, like how they create them, but college football has always been better to me than Madden. Like, I don't care which Madden you say, college football will always reign supreme to me over Madden.
Because a lot of people are agreeing, you can't wait. I want the new NCAA game. I think it's going to be better than Madden. They're taking an extra year to make it. That's possible. I mean, there's been games that they try to match with Madden, like NFL 2K football, who was trash. Doug Fluty's All-Pro football. Like, there's always been that game trying to compete with Madden that couldn't. So my question is, what's the new NCAA? Does it compete with it or surpass it?
It's definitely going to surpass it. It's definitely going to. Like, when I tell you NCAA is going to break numbers, like it's going to break records, that game is going to sell like crazy. So if you don't, when they announce the release date, if you don't already have it reserved, you're probably not going to get it. Like, it's going to be crazy. NCAA football is going to do numbers because all the fans been wanting since NCAA 14 is for college football to come back. Yeah. Like, that's all we've been wanting. And then y'all finally giving it to us. That game is going to do numbers. Something crazy.
I know a lot of people still stream it, so
NCAA, it's definitely going to be the most game streamed because all the streamers are going to play it. Like, you're going to go into every stream and see NCAA being played. No matter what stream you go into, unless you're like a consistent Fortnite only streamer, like one game streamer, every streamer is going to play college football, me being one of them. So if you come into my chat expecting to see something else besides college football, you're going to be disappointed.
Your buddy Zach said he's got a duo win in Fortnite.
That's bro.
I mean, it's always fun when you win in Fortnite, so
I got a couple wins in Fortnite. You know, I play at Fortnite a little bit.
There's a group I run with. We have some nights that are good, and then there's some nights that are bad. But me being on here so much is taking away from my video game time. But I'm enjoying doing this rather than getting mad at a video game.
I'm about to get mad at a video game later, so it's okay. I'm gonna play. Yeah. I already know it's gonna irk my soul.
Well, that's why you said you're playing Call of Duty, is to take out some anger. So hopefully you're able to do that. So, any other questions for me? I'm.
What is your dream goal with your podcast / talk show?
I mean, I'm just here to have fun. I mean, if I get the recognition out of it, sure, it's a lot of fun. But if I don't get those high accolades that you would say, like getting partner and all that stuff, I'm not worried about it. I'm just here to enjoy, have fun, share some knowledge, meet some new people, and just enjoy it. I mean, there's really no strings attached to it. It can either go up or it can come crashing down on me. So I'm just here to have fun.
I play Fortnite every now and then. Zach, Curtis said me and Trey got 4 crown wins back to back on Fortnite. Hey, that's what's up, Curtis. You a goat.
Yeah.
You above my level. I also play zero build because I can't build at all, so I play zero build. Don't judge me.
Well, no, that's what I play too. Zach, I'm like King, I play sometimes. I'm more of your casual. If I'm not doing a show, I'm usually at work or doing stuff around the house. But hop on, I'll play about 2 hours of Fortnite, give or take. I couldn't do that for 24 hours though. That's
Definitely not.
Just like the constant running around, like you gotta have your peripheral vision on your shoulders. No, 2-3 hours of Fortnite a day, I'm good. Sometimes even for a week. Now Curtis is lying. Don't read that comment.
Go to Fortnite.
Yeah, don't read that comment. That's just like he's saying on the
best. John go to everything. Everything John does, he's go to that.
I wouldn't say I'm to go to that Fortnite though.
Yeah, you are.
I'm like my one friend. I buy my battle pass.
I do too. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I do it for Call of Duty. Wait, when a new battle pass drops for Call of Duty, I'm gonna buy it. I'm not about to earn all that. No, I'm about to buy it. Not about to do all that extra work.
What games do you play? Do you play games on this? I just followed. I don't do gaming on Facebook. I'm more of a gamer on Twitch, and it's the same title. It's just minus the. So I'll actually make it better for you, Zach. Hold on. Basement show.
I bought the battle pass right out so I can use skins. Pretty much, Curtis, that's what I do. Except with Call of Duty, what I do is I don't use the skins because, excuse me, everybody uses the same skin, so it's kind of like hard to differentiate like your teammates from like enemies. So I always go with like an oddball skin to stand out, kind of. Right, if that makes sense. I don't go with the same skin as everybody because then nobody be like, oh, I should have shot, but I thought it was friendly. Like, no, I use a different skin than everybody else.
You sound like me when I run around playing with a sock monkey. But Zach, to answer your question, I do Fortnite sometimes on stream with my friends. I do NHL 22 be a pro mode. I started doing that with the NHL.
I played that the other day. I saw that. I'll send it to you. Zach, I got you, bro. Since you're my friend, I'll send it to you.
Okay. If not, I can always just send a message after the show. But if you got me, then I'm good. But
yeah, I'll send it to him. I got you, brother.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a casual game. I just like to have fun. But there are times when you playing Fortnite, especially, like you think you're gonna kill somebody, then they kill you. You just get that rage inside you to slam stuff down.
I done slammed so much stuff. I done thrown so much stuff. I done broke so much stuff. I done done a lot of stuff playing video games. Like I feel like I should stop playing video games, but I would never stop playing video games. Video games is like my stress reliever. Besides 420 activities, I'm going to word it the clean way for your show. Besides 420 activities, playing video games relaxes me. Granted, it stresses me out at times, but it relaxes me.
Man, I remember being a kid. I grew up with 3 sisters.
Mm-hmm.
And we always used to play over the NES at my parents' house. And my parents got so annoyed that we were fighting, they actually ripped the NES, added the TV and everything, and my mom literally threw it for a wall. To the point they had to get new drywall because there was a shape of a Nintendo on the wall because of how it went through the wall. It was bad. If you ever do on Facebook, I can share you a bunch. Zach, I appreciate that, sir. I mostly just do my talk show on Facebook, though. So, and then this is my opinion on John's show. If he just wants to have fun, get to know people, get people stream, other streamers name out there. Yeah, I don't know if you read this comment or not. Like, that's a very nice summary of how to approach things.
This is my opinion on John's show. If he just wants to have fun, get to know people, get a stream of other streamers' names on the platform, and I think but hey, I wholeheartedly agree with that. Like, John is the type of person. I'm starting like you're in third person, but John is the type of person who he's one of the people who wants to see everybody be successful. Like, everybody can literally be successful on either platform, whether it's Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, whatever the case is. It's not a lot of people like me and John on a Facebook platform that just want to see everybody be successful, that wants to help other people, that wants to see other people's names out there. Everybody's kind of in it for themselves and being selfish instead of just realizing everybody can pull up a chair to the table and we can all be successful and eat together. Everybody feel like they have to be better than the next man or the next woman or it's too much competition. And until everybody can come together and realize, hey, we can be one massive unit and all eat, it's going to always be drama, 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 drama. It's just gonna be toxic, one way or another.
Yeah. I mean, there's been plenty of streams I go into that they don't like people to promote themselves. And I understand that because they feel like they're being threatened and people will leave their page to go join another page. I get that. But
my thing with the promotion, I won't care if you promote, long as you ask me first, say, hey, is it okay, if I drop my gaming channel in the chat? Or like hang out in my stream for a minute, talk to me, engage with me a little bit first. Don't just come in and drop your gaming page. Like if you engage in my chat, you chilling, boom, boom, boom. I have no problem dropping. Go ahead, drop it because I want to see you grow. Matter of fact, I want to tell my people to go follow you. Like I'm gonna tell them to come follow you. Like I'm gonna shout you out numerous times. Like, but that's just the type of person I am. And Zach can attest to it, and Tony can attest to it. I've always been the person to shout you out and tell you, hey, go ahead, promote your show. Like when you come into my streams on Twitch, I'm like, baby show, appreciate you, John. I give you a shout out. That's just the type of person I am. That's just what I do. Because everybody deserves to win, everybody deserves to grow, and everybody deserves to be great. But that's just me.
No, and that's like the point of this show is to help other streamers who are smaller name streamer get their name out there. Like I only have maybe 350 followers total between Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. But there might be sometimes I have that smaller streamer who's just starting out who may have 1 or 2 followers. So if I can bring them on.
No comment on what you're talking about. Me smashing beers? Oh yeah, I smash beers all the time. I'm gonna get back into that one day. I'm gonna bring back the beer smashes. Apparently y'all missed it. I'm gonna bring those back.
Well, I that's when I started following you actually when you were doing your WWE 2K content. I never saw a beer smash.
I just re-downloaded WWE 2K22, and I'm actually gonna probably stream that instead of Call of Duty tonight. So be on the lookout for that, guys. I gotta go play Call of Duty first with my pops, and I gotta go to the gym, and then I'll be live.
There you go. You got King scheduled for a Wednesday night at 10 o'clock. So.
Yes, sir. He's the realest. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm the realest, but I just speak real stuff, like real facts. And Tony, my mouth, like me not cussing is different from me. But I'm trying to respect my man's show, so real. I just speak real stuff.
Please, have you ever watched one of our shows?
I mean, I have, but I just try to be respectful, to a point. I just try to be.
Once the camera goes off, it's game on. I get it. It's cool. But I won't hold you up. It sounds like you have a very busy night. So, I mean, I know most gyms are open 24 hours. You want to get on your gaming console to go do your stuff. So, if you got to bail, you got to bail. I appreciate you popping in. Like I said, 10 o'clock already.
Thanks for hanging with Mr Knast. Hey, no problem, Gary. I appreciate you tuning in, hanging out in the chat, dropping comments, helping my man's page grow, helping us, support his dream. None of this would be possible if it weren't for John. John is the reason I'm on this show, guys. So definitely big shout outs to John for having me on the show. John, you're awesome for that. Like I said, if you ever need a co-host in the future, KingUno may be available. I just got my Palm Pilot. My Palm Pilot is free.
Well, you will be here next Monday night. I know that because I'm looking.
I will be here next Monday night. You guys heard it here first. I will be back here next Monday night.
So, did Jay Frank follow?
I believe he did. I'm not sure. If he did, I'll make sure he does.
I can always check after the show too.
Even if he did, I'll make sure he does. Because Jay Frank went live himself, so he probably forgot to follow, but I'll make sure he does. Nice meeting you too, Curtis. I appreciate you, Curtis. You are awesome. Appreciate you for hanging out, commenting in the chat. Being the GOAT like John over here to my left might be your right. I'm not sure how I look on the screen.
Well, you might see Curtis in Twitch also. He's a very big people who go and follow people as well. So his name is like K5 or something.
You see my name right there? I don't know how I look on the screen. But you see my name right there, Curtis? That's my name on Twitch right there. That right there.
Yeah. Or I can pull this up too.
My boy Antonio with the hashtag John. See, John? You got fans. See? You see that? You got new fans.
You gotta stay on. I can stay on, but I know
I'm going to be leaving pretty soon, Zach. But y'all stay in the chat, because I'm going to jump in the chat. Y'all support my man John and listen to my boy John and let him do what he got to do and listen to what he says about his sports knowledge, because if y'all don't, I'm going to find y'all and I will beat y'all up.
Well, sports is on Monday. Tonight's all about video games.
Well, video games. Listen to what you got to say about video games and whatnot. But if y'all don't, I'll beat y'all up.
But, no, I usually lately I've been just doing these interviews and calling it a night to keep it a short show. I haven't really studied up on my video game knowledge yet, because I've been concentrating on getting these streamers on and doing like interviews with them.
What I think you should do is, like you said earlier, honestly, I think you should do like stream on Saturdays or whatever, and just separate the two, so that way you kind of won't do too much in like one sitting.
Mm-hmm.
So that way where they can focus on just the streamer instead of the streamer and video games. Like they should just So I think you should do the streamer Saturdays, and that'd be dope. Even if it's just pre-recorded, like on a random day, and then you post it, I still think it'd be great.
Yeah, true. I mean, I also have Thursday nights available now too, so
See?
We're trying to figure out something to do with
We'll
Thursday
figure it
nights.
out. I got you. You know I help you. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, that Palm Pilot's coming into
My Palm Pilot is free, so we good.
But no, I mean that's all I pretty much have for tonight. It was nice of you to hop in and join me. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you for having me because this would not be possible without you, Mr. Knast.
I do my best, but our next show, Zach and Antonio, if you want to jump in the next one, will be Friday night. It's me and my friend Andrea. We're doing our top 5 actors and actresses, movies that we like and don't like them in. So we encourage people to jump in the chat for that one, so they can give us their take on their favorite actors and actresses. It's like an open-ended discussion, pretty much. And then Monday is our big 3-hour show that we're going to preview Super Bowl 57.
Yours truly be there again.
Yep. I will get with you at the time to figure out what to pop in. And then Tuesday night, my friend Morgan will be back. We do entertainment night. We play trivia. We do Mad Libs. We just like to have fun. Like last night, she was telling about the Hallowell sugar-free gummy bear reviews from back in the day. And it was quite the riot to listen to some of them. People complaining about like shitting their pants and all that stuff. It was kind of funny. So, thanks for having me, Zach. You're welcome in here anytime you would like.
Y'all better tune in. My man's go live almost every day, so I'm gonna start tagging y'all if y'all don't come in to my man's stream and support him. I will find all. Antonio, I know what you say. Zach, I don't know what you said, but I will find out. I'm watching.
Everybody is always welcome. I welcome any support I get. I mean, I try to acknowledge everybody who pops in the chat.
I think my boy Jay Rich is in the building. Cause I seen Zach tag him. Jay Rich, if you in the chat, type !notify, man. Follow my man's John over here, man. This is his show. He's had a show for some time now, but he's finally starting to grow the way he should be and get his recognition. So follow my man's if you haven't. Jason or Jay Rich, whatever you want me to call you. !notify in the chat. Follow my man's. Dope guy. Sports knowledge, trivia knowledge, movie knowledge. The man is a human encyclopedia.
Sometimes.
Just put it like that. My man's a human encyclopedia.
He says, I got you. There you go.
Better Tone, I am watching you, sir. I just messaged you. I'm watching you, sir.
But till then, thanks everyone for joining in tonight. And I will be back Friday night. And you will see King back on next Monday night for a running back breakdown, which I'm really looking forward to hearing. So,
once again, John, I appreciate you for having me. Couldn't have done it without you. You stay great. You stay being the GOAT. And just for you, I'm going to say this. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Wow. On that note, I'm ending my show now before I say anything else. Good night.